Good day. It's a really good day. And we're so glad that you're here today.
That's right. G'day. It's a really good day. We're so glad that you're here today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Go Day.
Every Sunday, 2 o'clock, Dynasty Typewriter presents our special day just for you and for us to talk to people that are exciting and motivating and productive and have hit the same roadblocks that we do, and just to get inspired and go into the next week with a gusto.
That's right. Ghosto, as we say here at Go Day. We're so glad to have you all, and we're so glad to have each other, and what a wild time. Hi, I'm Vanessa Ragland.
Hi,
that's Jamie Flam.
Right here. Oh, I don't remember.
This is right. We're doing it.
Whoops.
Oh,
cool.
Cool.
If you've joined us before, you probably know the deal, but we are the proprietors and artistic directors of a venue in Los Angeles called Dynasty Typewriter. As the world has shut down, we are not legally, well, I don't know if it's a legal consideration.
It would be in poor taste. It would be in deadly taste to be offering live shows right now. So for the love of humanity, and per the governor's recommendations and the World Health
Organization. The fact that we probably wouldn't be selling a lot of tickets right now.
We're not a theater right now.
We're not a theater right now. We are a live streaming service with a YouTube channel. And this is one of our favorite offerings that we've been doing at the theater for over a year. And now I think this is our 5th week in a row doing Go Day Live. It's getting better every time. The team that we have is helping us to raise the stakes, as it were. And we believe that today's live stream will keep on par with that for a variety of reasons. We're trending up as far as production value, fun offerings, etc.
That's right. And speaking of fun offerings, you can go to dynastytypewriter.com/support-dynasty and see all the what we believe to be creative and fun ways that you can support us during this time. If you are so inclined to do, you don't have to. But this one is a great one. And if you're watching now, if you could take a second to click the subscribe button, that really helps us. We're all learning these new skills, and this is our favorite way to try stuff out every week. Oh, and hey, you know what makes it more fun to go on a website?
Oh,
ask me what.
Clickable link? Is it a really good navigation?
No, it's something even cooler. You know what's the coolest thing? Something hot deals. That's right. Deals. Here at Dynasty Typewriter, we're all about hot deals. And today I'm going psycho. I don't know if you know this, but today's Mother's Day and I'm a mom. And if all of you mother lovers out there use code HollywoodMommy, you get 10% off for the next 4 hours.
What about me? I don't have, I'm not a mommy.
Well, here's something cool. You can use code HollywoodMommy for 10% off.
Even me though?
Even you, because our software can't detect if you're not a mom.
Don't give them all of our secrets. Speaking of software, don't have a sequitur. So yeah, hot deals on our website, dynastytypewriter.com. Everything helps. And we truly believe in all of our products. We're not selling you stuff that we wouldn't wear or
No,
read.
we do. We love everything, and everything's been lovingly designed by our beautiful and wonderful designer Dan Fazio, who's up in the comments right now, and we love his work so much. We order our own stuff, and thank you, Dan, for making things beautiful. We also have Interest in Enchantments, which is our first magazine. You can get a PDF of that on the website or a printed copy. The prints are being mailed to us this week, so they'll be out to the masses very soon. We're so excited about it. It's got amazing contributions from some of our favorite comics and thinkers. And every single penny helps us stay afloat during this sinking time.
um, we also want to welcome. So just yesterday, we launched our first online class, which we talk about a lot on Go Day, but of course, when adversity comes, you have to reassess and be creative. And so, as creative people, nothing like a pandemic to kind of force you to try out some new things. We've always wanted to offer classes, and now we've had this opportunity to launch one with Brent Forster, who is an acclaimed writer and producer and showrunner for some of our favorite shows, The Simpsons and The Office and Space Force on Netflix. But
King of the
yesterday,
Hill and so much more. Yes.
his class that we're offering through Dynasty, it was the first day of a 6-week class. You can still watch everything on YouTube if you sign up for the class. But we had, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but over 300 students.
Yeah, and it was the most amazing class. It was so great. Brent's an amazing teacher, and the community of students, we have a Facebook group that's private set up for students. That group is blowing up. Everybody is finding writing buddies and pitching to each other. And it is not at all too late if you're interested. It's a 6-week class and
Oh,
everything's
and
going to be available. So you're not behind.
and the class is basically whether you are working on a script for a 30-minute TV pilot, or any other creative project. But he's giving you the tools, and it includes notebooks and textbooks and assignments, so that by the end of the 6 weeks, hopefully, you will have finished some step or steps in whatever project that you want to get done.
I don't
So
want to say that it doesn't include notebooks, and I think that was a confusing thing you just
I was
said.
trying to say textbooks, and that would also be
No, it includes Brent's giving assignments every week, and you're going to get worksheets and notes in your emails. So you can, whether you putting your toes into writing, whether you're just intrigued by somebody that's worked on these shows that you're a fan of, or you have a project that's almost there. And we saw in the comments, it was amazing. A lot of professionals taking the class. So this is really from anybody that has any level of interest. You're going to get something out of it. And so we encourage you to check out Comedy Knowledge School because it's not too late to sign up. And Jamie, we didn't talk about this, but I'm going to say something. We're playing some games today with our guests, and in the comments, play the games, and Dan, keep track of who's winning in the comments, and one person will get a free enrollment to Comedy Knowledge School.
oh, I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, we have 3 or 4 games coming up, and play along, and Dan will keep his eye on who's killing it. Now we usually, you go.
I was going to say, and so now we have with over 300 students enrolled in our Enchantertainment. So anyone watching, a special welcome to you. Thanks for being part of our school. Now, on to the
every week we always thank our amazing team because we couldn't do any of this without them, and we are so grateful for the people that we work with and we also love. Sammy, could you show? So this week we also wanted to add a thank you to all of the people that made our team possible, the mommies. Major thank you to all of our mommies. We love our mommies. Diane, I love you. Vicky, I love you. We're so grateful for all these amazing women that helped our team become the amazing people they are. And I'll cry, but who cares? Crying is life water.
We've always said that crying is life water. And Vanessa, shout out to you raising 2 beautiful kids. And still being as effective in your role at Dynasty as ever. I don't know if anything I said is problematic. I'll just say that you're a dynamic woman and force of nature and human, and we celebrate you.
Aw.
And again, a shout out to Vicky and my grandma Shirley, with whom this theater would not be possible, and my sister Julie, and my nephews and niece. We're all surrounded by great moms, is what we're trying to say. And so thank you. We hope that you're joining us, and that this is a special day for you.
Yeah. Now we're gonna segue into something we do every week, where we used to just say, "Hey, how are ya?" and then kind of give each other pleasantries and move on. These days do not call for pleasantries. These days call for radical honesty, because we are all in the midst of wild and uncertain circumstances. So it's nice to remember, when you're feeling any crunchiness with your friends, loved ones, or acquaintances, that everyone you know is likely going through something very difficult that they have never gone through before. So our new phrase is, "Hi,
How
how
is
is
your
your hell?"
hell? And then when you get the glassy eyed stare back at you, you can have more empathy for the other people who might be giving you guff.
We're all in the weeds of it, but we're going to get through it. And as we've been finding, from a business perspective and from a friendship and family perspective, there's so much growth to be had right now. And speaking of growth and hell, Jamie, I think you know where this is going. How are your eyebrows?
Oh, right. So if you were tuned in last week, we had Benito Skinner on, and he is a fashion
actor, gorgeous man
who just, you cannot look there and be like, how can I look more like that? I have been, for the last really weeks, maybe months, maybe years, my eyebrows just, they haven't been delivering for me.
They don't pop on camera. I think in person you've got a brow, but they don't do what you need them to do. And so we asked Benito. I've been encouraging you for a long time to get some filler, but I think we got recommendations last week. And then your hell, I'm going to just say, has been transformed into a heaven. Jamie, you look amazing.
Thank you so much. So basically, I just took a little bit of them, and I actually ordered a light brown. Anastasia.
Very good. Anastasia Beverly Hills.
In Beverly Hills, so you know it's and then I was able to see my mom and my parents and my family yesterday, social distancing style, but she had a light taupe, and I found that the taupe is actually a little bit lighter and a little less. Anyway,
Jamie had a dramatic brow on FaceTime yesterday, but today he has a nice, I think you can just see the shape of them and they look great. So yeah, maybe there's a hell in, not having brows that pop, but we're reminded at the end of this tragedy and every tragedy that no matter what road we take and no matter how painful it is, at the end of the day, everything is perfect.
Perfect. That's right. Everything is perfect, including the brow. No matter where you're at, it was the brow that didn't pop that was perfect in and of itself, that allowed this evolution.
That's right. That brow actually, and
brow updates, we'll be giving them. I'm sure that there's a long road ahead of figuring it out. But
I think you're doing great. It looks great.
Thanks.
Truly.
Thank you.
And it made my day better, because I know that after today, we're not going to talk about your eyebrows in today's broadcast. Like usually there's the recap of, oh no, I didn't have eyebrows. I know that you feel good today, and that makes me feel good.
When you feel good, I feel good. And that is part of the magic of this live stream and our lives. All right, well, we're going to pop into the, if you joined us last week, we have a new segment, and we're very excited about it. We are idea people, we're visionaries, And so we always have new things that we're working on. And so let's pop into the graphic for our new segment called Investors Corner.
Investors Corner. Yes, as we are not allowed to be a theater right now, we are getting creative, we are getting innovative, and we're offering you a chance to get on the ground floor of multi-million-dollar ideas. Last week, we pitched the musical Separated Pigs to some degree of success. And this week, we're coming at you with a sort of retro throwback product that you didn't even know about. We were basically, you can go, Jamie.
As you know, when we moved into the theater, we found a bunker. And in this bunker were all sorts of archives of the Dynasty family from hundreds of years. And it included several boxes of a product that was never fully launched in the early 90s. It was a food product. And
it looked like what we found looked like petrified fruit. When we did a little digging, we realized it was petrified fruit and it was supposed to be. And we were excited by the idea. We looked through, and luckily for us and for all of the investors, there's actually already marketing materials for this project, which was almost launched in February of '92. And yeah, we're going to show some of those commercials. It's Earth Forward.
Yeah. We have this product. It is a food product that we want to put into every convenience store, every supermarket in this country. We think it has millions of dollars of potential, and it's basically shriveled foods that have rotted, and they still have nutritional value. And here's the cool thing. All the marketing already exists. All the advertising already exists. All we got to do is...
all the product is already, it's so cheap. The margin for money is massive, because what you do is you take rotting fruit and you dehydrate it. That's almost $0. So everybody wants shrivels. Let's see why.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
So that's the first commercial. You get the concept immediately. Like,
yeah,
that's a shriveled avocado, and we're gonna put it in a bag, and we're gonna sell you that bag, and you're gonna eat it, get nutritional value, and know that you're saving the planet. Should we just launch into the second commercial? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
And you'll be whistling too after you try shrivels.
Because that watermelon, the summer fruit, it's known for its rotund presence and its water's in the name. But what happens when you take the water out? Well, it turns out a lot of the stuff that identifies as melon is still there, and you can be tasting summer in many different months.
Even not some months that wouldn't be considered summer.
Mm-hmm.
So let's watch one more commercial to get you hyped to give us money for this.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
So
cool.
That one was good because you could actually hear the shriveling, and that's the sound of money lining your pockets and buying probably sports memorabilia for some of you. Did you always want to? A lot of us are watching The Last Dance right now. Did you want to own a Michael Jordan, one of his rings or something? I'll tell you what.
So if you put your fruit budget towards that, if you didn't have to spend your fruit budget on fruit, but instead you were spending a fraction of that on shrivels, or if you're a shrivels investor, either way, you're making money. And I just saw in the comments a great point that fruit is usually too big. Couldn't agree more. When can you put a watermelon in your bra and not look like your bra size has changed? Only with shrivels. I think we have 2 more commercials, and this really shows its broader appeal. This is not just for Earth Forward vegans. This is not just for compost loving, grandmas. This is also for kids and for skaters. Let's see these other commercials.
Wait.
Oh!
Before we play, I think it's important to note that part of the mission of Shrivels and Dynasty is that we don't hurt anything, animals.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, this is.
but that includes non-sentient fruits. We will only shrivel fruits and foods that are that are begging for it.
Begging for it. Yeah, this is all beyond consensual shriveling. Fruit is often tossed, and now we're saying we respect you. We respect the age.
So let's watch this last couple. Yeah.
Accelerate my aging. Thank you.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
That's not every day you find a product that honors elders in such a crazy sort of intuitive way. You can feel the texture of respect in every bite of Shrivels. That's another catchphrase, the texture of respect in every bite. And I do think we have one more beautiful piece, but I know the money's coming in. I just can't see it, but inquire in the comments about our Venmo or whatever, because we can accept only up to 14 million on this. So you want to get in the game early.
Yeah, we're not going to take a dime over $14 million. So because yes. Okay, let's watch the last commercial.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
Oh my God, what's happening to me?
So that's the Shrivels part of the show, and so we need to get into some other stuff. But if you have a desire to be rich beyond belief,
Your wildest dreams.
if you have a mansion but you're dreaming of a mega mansion,
if you have a hot tub but you're dreaming of a hot pool, you can sign up for Shrivels. And this is true. I showed my 6-year-old the final commercial, and you know what he said? Sign me up. He's got a keen nose for business because kids are advertised to constantly. Usually they're not interested. They don't even know what's happening. He said, sign me up.
So if you want to be like Oliver, then you would
Arlo or one.
you would give us money. Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun. We'll let you know next week how close we are to that $14 million. Our guess is that we will have hit
the surplus. Yeah.
So let's get into the final segment before we get into our guests, and that is.
Usually this is the ceremony of incense, but this week it is the ceremommy of incense.
So break out if you have incense at home. So if you have incense, you can take it out. If you have anything that you like to smell, we were talking earlier about the smells of our moms.
My mom, Chanel No. 5 all the way.
My mom, what was her favorite perfume?
You said, can we just say what you said?
I don't know. She's watching, and it's a little bit of.
Would she mind?
I don't think so, but I mean, it was the elegance.
Now it sounds like we're saying something stinky, but it was funny.
Anyway, my mom smelled like love, and okay, so for today's incense ceremony, we're just taking a moment to honor anyone motherly or matronly.
Not matronly. We had a big fight about this. That is not the word, maternal. Yeah, we want to take a moment to honor a maternal force in your life. And I know this day can be difficult for some people too, if you didn't get the mom you deserved, or you've had a different road or journey as a human being with your own children, lack thereof, parents, lack thereof, anything. So just take a moment to be grateful for the things that have shaped you into the person you are, that has brought you here. And try to think of one nurturing thing that you can do for yourself or for someone in your life, because it's those little kind moments of giving and of seeing people and loving them as they are that make our life worth living. And so I'm so grateful to the mothers in my life and all the people who've given me the gift of love. And I know Jamie is too. So let's just think about them for a moment as we either light incense or just take a deep breath.
And also think about Gaia, Mother Earth, and her infinite wisdom. The earth provides Mother Nature.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm so glad we're getting a male perspective today. Take a deep breath in. I'm lighting a coconut scented incense match. And yeah, just set the intention to love and be loved by those around you. And maybe one super, super kind thing you can do for yourself or for someone that you know could use a little bit of love.
And for all the dudes out there, we got The Last Dance, episode 7 and 8 coming in hot on ESPN, maybe Hulu for some of you. Which is
it's a swish.
Moms, and we can just kind of do our thing too.
Oh, wait. So now as we think about our love, let's let it go and let's let the love fly like a bunch of doves, shall we? Sweet 16 is the number of maternity. 16. Not matronly. Thank you all. We love you. And you know what? I just have to tell you guys. So everyone was sending on our team pictures of their moms, and it was so sweet, and also of themselves as babies. And my one wish is that I could hold all of our staff as babies. They're so cute. And then they could hold me too. All together, the babies are all holding me up. Okay, moving on.
Shout out to babies holding babies.
Babies holding babies.
Well,
it's time for our first guest. Can you handle it?
I think I can handle it. The truth.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's welcome our first guest. He's been such a supporter of the theater since the day we opened. He's been such a supporter of us and our journey to get here. And he's
one of the most talented actors. You've seen him in a million things. He's also hilarious, generous. He has integrity. He's a good man. I could name a few of them, but he's definitely one of them. Please give it up for Kevin Pollak.
Hey.
Oh, you look so good.
You know what? Settle down.
I can't help it. I love the glasses. I
Sure.
love a casual Kevin.
That's right. Happy Mother's Day, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day, Kevin.
And happy Mother's Day, Jamie.
Thank you. That's the preferred pronunciation for a guy like me.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. What about the floral spread?
This is one of the 19 guest rooms in our house. And this one is, it's a little...
It's that podcast money, huh?
It's a little pink. It is the podcast money. Yeah.
Kevin, we're so glad to have you. I want everyone to know right now that we wouldn't have the Nespresso at the theater that we've had that has been enjoyed by stars of tomorrow and yesteryear if it wasn't for one Mr. Kevin Pollak.
Yeah, it was not meant for stars of today. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, no. We don't
Yesterday and tomorrow. Keep the ones stars of today away from it. Not for them.
Are you an espresso man yourself? Like, is that your preferred caffeine?
It isn't, but I felt it was the most user-friendly for a green room.
It definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you got that good coffee at your house.
Well, sure. We do. we do a nice espresso, like a regular barista would, with the thing and the thing and the, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
it's
of
very
things.
impressive. Kevin, we have a game to play with you, and I'm sure you've played it a million times.
Great.
You're not prepared for any of this. I want the audience to know so that you are not judged.
Yes, thank you for that.
Are you
You're
open
welcome.
to the game? Or do you consent to the game? And actually, before we get to the game, Sam,
Yeah.
you ready for a consensual screenshot?
Consensual screenshot.
Are
You
you
consent?
You consent to taking a screenshot with us?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Wonderful.
Thank you for asking.
All right,
Always.
on 3, we're taking a photo.
I'm a frozen smile.
Me too.
It's
Got
a great
it.
way to practice your ventriloquism,
Yeah.
right?
We're getting really good at it. Oh, you are good.
I'm gonna have a glass of water now.
I'm dying slowly. All right, so Kevin, we're gonna play a game with you if you don't mind, and we're gonna cut to the cool graphic we made for the game, and maybe
Great.
see it. It'll give you some idea of what the game is.
Well, will some of the 14 million that you raised on Shrivels go towards these graphics, or will they go towards the already produced commercials for Shrivels?
That's actually just profit that we're
Okay.
receiving.
Because
Yeah.
it seems like you spent a little too much on the Shrivels commercials. If I could
Oh,
share
they were
it.
made.
They
They were
already-
made they were already made.
You grabbed them.
We
we
grabbed
grabbed
them.
Oh, wow.
We're
I wanna-
shrewd business people.
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult for me to watch those and not think of my own problems. But let's
Oh,
get on
does
with the game.
Did you want to invest?
No, I meant just Shrivels in general.
Oh yeah, but did you want to invest?
We could talk about that off camera.
That sounds
Okay.
promising. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
I just
okay.
sent Jamie a text. That's what that sound was saying. Yes, I do.
Oh, yes.
I just didn't want it, recorded for prosperity.
Let's just say that there's only $2 million left until we hit the 14.
Get in there fast, people. Okay,
I think
so
I
we
said
showed the
prosperity instead of posterity, by the way. I'm pretty
game.
sure.
No, but you did, but that's better because we're going to be rich.
I mean, it's a play on words that was unintended. I just wanted to own it.
You got to own it, honey.
And now on
No.
with the game.
The game is called Kevin Pollak's Wrist Takers. Okay, Kevin. So I'm sure you've played this at all the different parties, but
Yep.
maybe not. No?
Risk takers?
Risk takers. So what we're gonna do is Jamie's gonna share his screen, and you're gonna see some pictures of wrists. Now these wrists are yours, and from
Not creepy at all.
from these wrist images, we're gonna need you to name the project that it was.
The film or television thing.
Based
Correct.
on your wrist. So
Okay.
I'm going to share the screen.
I'm going to remove my wrist. Oh, okay. So I can tell you first and foremost that is a personal watch of mine. A lot of movies I will bring my own watches because they're always better than the quality that I'm offered from props. God bless props. But I'm going to immediately go with A Few Good Men. There's a little bit of a giveaway of a stripe on the sleeve of the jacket.
We wanted to start with something relatively easy.
And I appreciate that.
Yep. So you have
Yeah,
1
right.
point.
There it is.
Right there. Look at that.
Yeah, that was an antique watch that I brought.
That's a pretty watch.
It was very bold and strong, that watch.
An amazing film, and you only were outshone by your wrist.
Yeah. I mean, the movie's on every 9 minutes, depending on which kind of cable you have. But
we have the basic of all basics.
yeah,
Next wrist.
I have very strong wrist. And by the way, I think the watchless wrist is a little more impressive.
It is a nice wrist. It's
Very
like
long.
wrist.
It's a very long wrist in this photo, just beneath my chin. It seems like
Yeah.
a 6-inch wrist.
Well, and it's carrying the weight of your skull.
Melon-sized head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really nice wrist you have, and I think
Yeah,
we're
see-
gonna see it.
You can see the difference in star power. Tom Cruise can hold his own head up.
He's tucking his wrists under. I think I've heard he has very bad wrists, and he didn't want him seen in the shot.
I cannot confirm or deny.
To me, a beautiful wrist, but not strong. Pollak, there's a wrist with a backbone. That's what
Not afraid to show it.
Was that also your pen? I think is important.
No, but there's a remarkable pen story that comes from the making of this film that is far too long.
But is it in a book you wrote, Kevin?
It's also in a book that I wrote with photos of the pens. The book is entitled How I Slept My Way to the Middle. And not just a funny title, but technically still available on Amazon.
And that story is truly amazing. So everybody, that book is full of amazing stories, but that one is one of my favorites. And I love that Jamie accidentally pimped it out.
Yep. Woohoo!
I've been planning on that follow-up question for weeks.
Next wrist.
Next wrist.
Also a what?
Okay. Another slight hint.
Yep, we got a hint.
For film fans, because there's one very peculiar characteristic of Yanni Gogolak, and that was his insistence of rubbing his eyebrow. He was very intent on that gesture, and I'm going to go ahead and take credit for that decision to be a eyebrow rubber.
Brow man.
Brow man. If you have any brow tips, do you do any filler?
I don't do filler, but I do some regular plucking. I'm not going to lie.
I appreciate your candor.
Yep.
Are you also a pinky ring person, or is that more this character?
That was a character. That was props. Never worn a pinky ring. Proud. Also, never worn a gold necklace.
But Kevin, you haven't named the movie yet. You've said the character, but what if you don't even know what the movie is?
That would be so sad. One of my few films where I was allowed to be funny. The whole 9 yards.
Good job. You two.
Yanni Gogolak, the director that did My Cousin Vinny and a whole bunch of great comedies. Wonderful British chap. Jonathan Lynn, I asked him, well, in the script it says he's Hungarian born but raised in Chicago, so which accent do you want? And he said, would you mind trying both? Could you do both? And I, in this opening scene, establish both Hungary and Chicago by saying, my father was a great man, a man of vision and character. Yeah. No, in those two sentences, I established both my birthplace and where I was raised. Anyway.
And that was the Kevin Pollak masterclass right there.
You're welcome.
How to show lineage with words. Oh.
Uh-oh. Well, I got to move my prompter. Wow, that's an extreme close-up. Any way to back away from that a little bit?
Absolutely not. This
absolutely
is risk
not.
takers.
Some of the Shrivels money will go to or zoom in.
Oh, okay. I had to get the shade of light out of my eyes. There is a slight. I'm kind enough to zoom in front of natural light coming from a big window, but I have to shade it. And I see a little bit of a collar on that jacket that lets me know it's the usual suspects.
You're so good. You are a risk taker, and you get rewards for that.
I take all the prizes and the risk.
If anybody hasn't seen that film, they need to yesterday. It's one of the most amazing scripts ever. Your performance and everyone's performance in that is like lightning in a bottle.
This is a very tough next one. And it's more of a guess than a confident announcement of an answer. But I'm going to go with the great Izzy Kirk from the film Avalon. Oh, got one wrong.
Show him the wrist.
I was really going by the watch. Oh, my. I actually still don't know what that is.
An argument with his neighbor.
Well, the beard suggests it was recent. The closed eyes suggest I'm a Jew.
Is that a Jew thing?
Well, it's the only way that a Jew could fire a gun, an American Jew. Let's see. The beard suggests it's within the last...
It's a 2019 film.
Oh, my.
Kevin, this is a sign of being very successful, that you're like, honestly couldn't tell you which movie I was shooting a gun in like this.
it's so unflattering. I thank you for that.
Oh, I think it's good.
No.
I guess nobody knows what they like or dislike about themselves. To me,
Well,
you got a gun.
If the context of the scene was, I'm going to kill you, but I'd rather not look at you while I do it, then it's
Yeah.
then it's great. If the context is, it's time to go bang bang, then, then it's
It's the film Teacher.
Okay. Teacher. Yeah,
You love that project.
very well reviewed, little tiny independent film out of Chicago that I actually am proud of.
What was your
But
accent?
but I did not remember that moment in the film.
That's because you were so in the moment, Kevin.
No, clearly.
Let's say yes.
Next.
All right. Name that wrist.
Wow. Just it's so pixelated.
That's the Dynasty difference.
I mean, because it's so pixelated, it makes me think that it's
Yes, you're getting, yes.
it's closer to being my a different appendage. But you're saying that's my wrist.
Oh, I thought you were going to guess it was maybe an earlier project.
Yeah. Definitely an earlier project.
Any guesses, Kevin?
My God, there's no hints. It really is tough. Good
There's
for
a
you.
white pixelated area. Maybe that's something at the top. What?
There's a what now?
That kind of white blob to the right of the wrist or the right of the forearm.
Let's reveal. Do you have a guess?
Just because you said early, I'm gonna go.
I'm rooting for you.
LA
Really want this?
LA Story.
Oh.
Damn it.
Almost. Let's see.
Willow.
This way! No, this way! It was not seen forever, but it's been relaunched, of course, on Disney Plus. So I'm getting
Yes.
an unusual amount of tweets and Instagram posts with this exact photo of me and the great improviser Rick Overton.
So amazing. I love that that's Rick, who remains just such a talent and a great guy.
Brilliant improviser. While we shot that, okay, that's one of only. I'm going to go bold here. One of two phones that I'm holding in the shot as Moish Maisel in the Catskills.
That's correct.
Aha!
Oh my gosh, really good job. Kevin, I know we've talked about it, but you on Maisel, you are so good. That whole cast is bonkers. You and Tony Shalhoub and everybody. And the show keeps going on and giving you guys just more fun stuff to do.
Yes, well, thank you very much for that. It had one of I made some notes. The first one was Happy Mother's Day, Vanessa, but the second one was they're doing a Maisel watch live, the entire season 3, one Monday at a time, starting tomorrow. I think you dial it up through Twitter and maybe Amazon, but the cast is going to be doing a live Amazon conversation, whatever the hell that is.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing that 3 p.m. Pacific time, and starting tomorrow, May 11th.
Delightful.
Maisel watch. Anyways, yeah, it's a joy, and I'm hoping we get to go back to work before the end of the year. That's the fantasy at this point. We were supposed to go back in June, but of course they're going to go into pre-production in June now with the fantasy of shooting August, September. But man, oh man, will things have to line up gloriously for that to happen?
Yes.
But it gives you more time to moisturize those wrists, huh?
Yep.
Moisturize. You gotta sell moisturizer.
Moisturizer. Oh, now I got to give Jamie half.
You're lucky. I'm looking at 70.
Who's this?
Who's that wrist?
Holding a telephone.
Maybe.
Yikes. Holding a telephone. I'm in a boy in some sort of suit.
Look at that tie. Maybe that tie has some sort of.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there are any clues in the suit or the tie. Yeah.
Risk taker.
Canadian bacon.
Nope.
Not even close. Ah! I didn't remember that I held a phone in that. But that's the singular ocular albino from Wayne's World 2.
You got to be funny again.
I got to be odd and get laughs. Lowercase J's, cross the T's and dot the lowercase J's. Yeah.
Oh, and this is the final one, I think.
Well, unfortunately, there was a little giveaway, so that's not.
I showed the picture. Yeah.
Way to go.
It zoomed down into, but I never would have got it. So we'll just count this as a not possible. But that would
Kevin,
be me. As
you won big.
And let's tell him what he's won.
Oh, you won't even believe it, but we are actually going to take what you've invested in Shrivels and we're going to double it in our own Shrivels investment.
That's a win-win.
Yeah.
Win-win-win.
Kevin, thanks for being with us. Before we leave, I mean, this was good. You were also our first big game. So thank you for your patience. I think
that sounds like we're hunting, but we
I was going to say Fred Armisen last week was probably a bigger game, but okay.
No, same game.
In my book.
Same game. But Kevin, do you have, I mean, we usually talk to people about productivity, creativity, how you approach any sort of writing blocks or any sort of creative blocks. Do you have any like distilled down nugget of wisdom you can share with our audience about how you keep productive and happy?
Well, that presumes I've done either. I do think it's important to find something to take your mind off the Groundhog Day effect that we're all living. The mantra for a decade and a half for me has been, if you're not creating, you're waiting, and formally referring to waiting for the phone to ring, which is what most artists do. It's about being more proactive in your own life and your own work, which is how Alchemy This got created, the live improvised comedy podcast, 90% of which features the very own Vanessa Ragland.
It's so fun. Everybody should listen to Alchemy This. Kevin put together a cast of improvisers that are so amazing and so supportive and so weird.
Yeah.
And it's a podcast for those of you who have never listened to it.
Yeah. But I also find that I've started to open up too many files, I realized, to work on too many things. So advice I would give myself and to others would be maybe focused on one or two projects, and also just find a way to give to others who could use the help. I think that's great perspective, and maybe a way to feel a little bit better about one's own situation by focusing some of your time and energy on others who need our help. I'm involved, board of directors of one called CoverNowFund.org, CoverNowFund.org, National Emergency Relief Fund for the men and women of law enforcement. And we've added a COVID-19 division to our efforts to help families and officers in time of need. So there you go.
That's beautiful.
Lovely. And thank you for sharing that with us. We'd love to have you back on if you would ever dare.
Take the risk.
I can't wait to play the next game. I hope it involves ankles. I'm just going to float that.
Seems like a logical.
Ankle biters.
I mean, what are we waiting for?
Come on. Oh, you're the best, Kevin, and you really are one of the most generous people with your time and talents. You are always helping other artists out, and we love you so much. Thank you for supporting us, and you're the best.
Love you both, and all of your fans of your remarkably great theater, and I will continue to support it until my last breath.
Which is in 500 years.
Yes.
Bye, Kevin. We love you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Welcome back. I love Kevin. You should all, if you haven't, you can go listen to Alchemy This. If you haven't watched Miss Maisel, do that. We also didn't talk about Better Things, which is Pamela Adlon's amazing FX show that Kevin's on. That is one of my favorite shows. So if you haven't checked out Better Things, because I feel like people haven't heard of it, it is remarkable. And it stars Pamela, and she writes it, and she's been directing a lot of it, and it's so good. So check it out. It's beautiful.
Which also reminds me that show features one of our neighbors in the Westlake part of Get Lit, which is a program or a nonprofit that teaches poetry and writing in schools across the country now. And they're featured in Better Things. And so just wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone there. Another great organization to support if you're looking for places to support. And today or this week is their classic slam online.
Oh yeah. So look up Get Lit, like short for literature, but also like lit. And thanks to our friends over at Get Lit, the amazing Sam Curtis, who's been a big supporter of the theater, and Diane Luby Lane. It was because of those folks that we got to have the legend Jane Fonda at the theater.
Which that's actually available on YouTube too. If you look up Get Lit Jane Fonda Dynasty Typewriter, she was at the theater last year in a very surreal day, but being interviewed about how she approaches acting and activism, and so another great,
really inspiring woman. Yeah, and also we were with her in the green room, and she is so good looking
and so giving of her, and she loved the Dynapop.
She did. Yeah. And I was wearing Baby Francie that day. And she was like, she said something very offhand, like, oh, I remember when I was nursing during Chinatown. And I was like, she's so cool. Okay. We have another guest coming on.
We do have another guest. Let's very quickly. She's been on before, and she's one of our favorite humans on the planet. She is a puppeteer,
a writer,
creative, crafty person, and here to, I think, share an update on a project that we announced on one of our first Go Day live streams. So let's give it up for our favorite, Liz Hara.
Hey guys.
Hi, Liz.
Welcome.
How are ya? Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you. I just want to say publicly, Liz brought by pastries, a finger puppet, and a mask because she's the nicest person, and now everyone knows how great you are.
You brought us baklava, and I was able to bring that and share that with my mom and family. So thanks for the Mother's Day gift.
Oh,
Jamie's a thrifty giver. How are you, Liz?
I'm great, thank you. And I do have a surprise for you guys now. Can we switch to the other thingy?
Yeah.
Let's bring it on. Oh, there's a whole technical thing about to happen.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Is that?
Does
I made
Sammy
everything
feel-
complicated. I'm so sorry.
No, this is
Never apologize. This is Go Day.
that's our new catchphrase.
Is it?
Never
Okay,
apologize.
I'm gonna go check on the thing.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
okay, just so can I give a quick context?
Yeah.
So it was our dream. It's always been our dream. We're really, as we're broadening our interests, always been interested in miniatures, and we always want to have a scale model of Dynasty Typewriter of our stage and the entire venue. And at the start of the pandemic, I proactively used the stuff. I don't know why I said proactive. I mean, it was a proactive thing. Hey, pat on my back. I was proactive. But I cobbled together little things I could find in my own home, ordered a couple things online, and I wish we had the picture available. Maybe Sammy has it. If not, it's all good.
Don't put any more pressure on Sammy right now.
Of a
Sammy's doing.
very rudimentary version of our scale model that Liz so amazingly asked if she could take over. And so we are being seen right now, probably still a very early version, but of already 1,000 times more than what I created. Unveiled.
Yeah, I had limited supplies. It's only everything that I have just kind of lying around the house. But here we go.
Oh my gosh, little hands.
La, 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 la,
Oh. We got to get a consensual screen grab right now. Jamie, do you consent?
I consent.
Liz, do you consent?
Yep.
Liz, this is the cutest thing I have ever seen. Oh my God.
We've got the piano that Jamie ordered, and I don't have a good color printer right now, so I just have my iPhone with you guys. And I made a puppet of me so that I can play along.
Hey, Liz.
And guess what? That if it starts getting old, we can package it as a scribble.
And you also sent me with some incense, but in the last half hour, I managed to lose it somehow.
Are you going to light this on fire?
No. And it is super flammable.
She's lighting the phone on fire.
We can do a quick incense ceremony.
Oh my gosh, Liz, thank you so much. This is the cutest and most exciting thing.
And our goal for it is to really start, doing shows and having this amazing opportunity to build a small world.
So we just need the shrink ray for some of the talent, and then we're on.
Oh, the shrink ray.
Yeah, the shrink ray. This looks so good. Liz, we have a game we want to play with you. Will you play a game
Let
with us?
me hang up on this one and meet you back over at my couch.
Okay, Sammy, hang on tight. Let's all give a hand to Sammy Cuneo, juggling 15 million screens and realizing that every opportunity is an opportunity for growth. Thank you, Sammy.
Hey.
That was amazing.
So do you have any, before we get to the game, any creative advice, whether it's about the small theater that you're helping us build, or any of the other projects in the last couple of weeks, any just like nugget that you can share with everyone?
Actually, this weekend, my friends and I did a thing called Quarantine TED Talks, where everybody brought in like a 5-minute bullshit PowerPoint presentation. My friend Stacy decided to look up the history of the KitchenAid mixer. My other friend Carrie is a soft roboticist, so she talked about making robots out of candy. But my friend Eric had the best one about something that he has coined the Saffitz curve. And it's a curve of your confidence through the course of a creative process. And like you go through the blue sky phase and then the first great ideas and you feel amazing. And then the first bit of failure. And then at the bottom of the graph is called peak terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think everybody is extremely familiar with. And then it's a slow slog up back to the top, and then ultimate success and net positive. And it was just such a great way to actually kind of give vocabulary to where you are in the process, and to be able to know that when you hit peak terrible, you are about halfway through. And just
I love that.
Like, oh, okay, that's part of it. I'm not the world's worst artist ever. Like, this is just a step on the way, and now I can start the slog back to the top. So yeah, it was
great.
Amazing.
Just remembering that there is a peak terrible on any project worth doing is very what's the word I'm looking for?
Valuable?
Valuable, yes.
Validating?
Empowering.
Empowering. Yeah. No, it is, because I think that we all, artists especially, you care about everything you make, right? And so when you hit peak terrible, which you will, there's the like soul crushing feeling of failing in everything, even though it is a small moment. So yeah, to have a map in front of you that reminds you like, oh, I'm actually doing my work right now.
When I couldn't remember the word empowering, that was my peak terrible.
And then you came back with it, and you're like a king
And
now,
right
Jamie.
now, I'm just zoning so hard, so successful.
Oh, Poppy.
Oh, it doesn't get better than this. Well, that was a great piece of advice. Thank you, Liz. And if there's actually a graph you could share, we can put it in our Go Day group and and give Eric a little shout out.
Now we'd like to play a game called Liz Hara, Fur Inspector.
Are you
my college nickname, so this is gonna be great.
You consent to the game first and foremost.
Do you consent?
Oh, yes.
Oh, and
okay.
Then we can play we made we just have a graphic.
What?
Yep. Sammy already did the graphic.
Oh, the graphic already happened.
Yeah.
Great. So
so now Jamie is gonna show you some furs, and you're gonna tell us who they are.
Oh, that's Barney.
All right. Again, coming out the gate.
We started easy, so don't feel good about yourself.
Okay, and I mean that's an easy one because the color combination is very specific.
And I think that these people are both famous people, right?
Those kids?
Yeah.
That's Ariana Grande and Mandy Moore.
Oh, Selena Gomez.
For
Selena
real?
Gomez. Who's the other person, Sammy?
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato and Selena. Wow.
Wow.
Next.
And I'm trying to think of a dumb joke about the yellow pup in the back. That's actually Donald Trump.
Peak terrible. Good things around the corner.
There should be a name for one, like, oh, the peak terrible was far from it. Okay. All right, a little bit tougher. Name that fur.
Let me, this is pixelated. Can I make it any smaller on my?
As we mentioned, Kevin, we don't have that technology yet.
Wait, I'll give you a clue.
Okay, yeah.
Her human sidekick was everything.
Was everything?
I mean, that's not a riddle. That's just like, she was always with a person, one woman.
Oh, right. You didn't usually find this.
Oh, lamb chop?
Good job.
All right.
And for the record, even the original, quite pixelated. All right.
Apparently, whenever she would go to restaurants, she would order lamb chops.
That's hilarious. Weird.
It's funny.
Not in front of the puppet.
What about this one?
So.
And if you're playing at home, maybe you can put your answer in the comments.
Yeah, you're supposed to put your answer in the comments because the biggest winner from today gets a free scholarship to Comedy Knowledge School. Come on, Liz.
I mean, this one's hard because like the color is Fozzie Bear, but it looks like long fur.
I think you can get it.
I think, should we give like a clue?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a clue that doesn't give it away.
Oh, what about very disturbing series ending?
Disturbing.
I think my memory is that it was on a Monday night. 3.
You wouldn't want to have any pets around.
Oh, Elf.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, I love that show.
Boom, boom. All
there
right.
it is.
Oh, and that's Big Bird.
I don't remember, but I think you're right.
Yeah.
Good call.
You've met Big Bird, right, Liz?
Yeah.
Which was your favorite Muppet to meet? A puppet? Sesame.
Like puppet or puppeteer?
Puppet.
So I made costumes for Grover for years and years.
Wow.
And I mean, that was my job. But every time I would come into work and Grover was the puppet sitting on my desk, there was just something in my lizard brain that would just get like kind of starstruck and shy. And it didn't really happen as much with the rest of the Muppets, but there was just something about his cute little butt.
And then what about puppeteers?
They're all amazing. But I think David Rudman, who plays Cookie Monster, is just phenomenal. Just is always the funniest. And Marty Robinson, who is Snuffleupagus, is just the sweetest human being.
Oh, that's exactly what you'd want to hear.
Any unexpected assholes?
There aren't, actually.
Name names.
We want to go viral.
The Dr. Teeth Band people. By the way, Tobey Maguire and Lizzo. All right.
What?
Oh,
no, Jamie's lying. Next.
Oh, they're gonna fire me if I don't get this. Is this one Fozzie Bear?
I want to say.
I think.
Oh. Damn it!
But I mean,
sorry.
I think we're exposing the Henson company.
Limited felt collection.
Limited felt collection. All right.
Oh. That's a new one, Liz. It's not going to get better than that.
It tells a story, and some of these pixels maybe tell jokes. Mm-hmm.
But this one is appropriate for today, I believe.
Okay. In my defense, and I don't mean it's very hard to tell on my computer screen because it is very pixelated, but color-wise, I am going to say Fozzie Bear again.
You're very, very close. It was Ma Fozzie.
Oh.
How cute. Jesus. And I think we have one more, right, Jamie?
Yes.
Oh, no, we have two more, actually. What's this, Liz? That's one. You're looking at it.
It is very also thematic for today's episode. But not
the mother part. Jamie put makeup on. His eyebrows. Who has the most distinguished brow?
Oh, Oscar.
Oh, no.
Oh. Yep.
It's a bird situation.
We didn't set you up for success, Liz. I want to be honest when I say we didn't set you up for success.
No, I think I've learned some things about how to approach this game in the future.
What is this one?
I don't remember.
I don't think you should have to guess, Liz. That's too hard. Oh.
Oh, I don't.
Lester?
Lester.
Next, we have the final guy.
The last one, I think. This seems like it's a giveaway, but I don't remember what this is either.
No, it's not. It's impossible. You can't get it. Go to the end. Oh, no, it's Lady Fairchild. I was waiting for one more. Lady Lane Fairchild. Go to the next.
I think that's it.
Oh.
I was like, who has blue eyes that are like that?
I have to say, Lady Elaine Fairchild was, to me, the most traumatizing puppet I was exposed to.
Yeah.
What was wrong with her? That's not rosacea, but it's something so bad. Maybe that's really problematic that I said that.
Did you see both of the Mr. Rogers movies?
Yes.
No.
I wept through them. I recommend them to anyone. And you know what my takeaway was? Fred Rogers, what a calling, right? Like, some people do things and are good at things, and he had such a calling, and the way he respected children as humans is like the most inspiring approach a person could take. So thanks, Mr. Rogers. Do you have your GOAT of puppeteering, the greatest of all time to you?
To me, probably Marty Robinson, Mr. Snuffleupagus. He's been a mentor since I was, I think, like 19 years old, and he's just the best.
You met the Sesame Gang when you were 19?
Yeah, I started interning when I was in college. So.
What a cool person you are.
What else did you do when you were 19?
A lot of that.
Our interview skills are getting better and better. Oh, yes. Liz, could we do a consensual screen grab with your beautiful face?
Yes, please. Do you want my copy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And, oh, we love you. I think we nailed it. Liz, you're the best, and thanks for playing the game with us.
I am humiliated at how poorly I did, but I had a lot of fun playing.
Anybody that was watching knows that your performance was built by us, and that we dug you a grave and then kicked you into it on a live stream. So our deepest condolences.
We'll be cutting this segment out so it can be viewed in its entirety, separate from the entire cast. Thank you for joining us. We can't wait to see more developments with the theater, with our mini Dynasty theater.
I'm very excited about it.
We are too.
Do you have any one sentence to send to creatives this week?
Stay curious.
That's good. And that's been in the
Really
ethos here. What is going on in this world? I mean, truly, look around. Look at the plants. Look at the plant. All right, I think you introduced the idea of this peak failure and
peak terrible, not peak failure. You created the idea of peak failure.
I'm in it, folks. I think this is actually a go day watch and learn situation.
Watch and burn.
For the rest of the episode, just do whatever, the opposite of whatever I'm doing, whatever instincts I'm putting into motion are it's valuable for you. Liz, we will talk to you this week, I'm sure, and thank you for being with us, truly.
Thank you guys so much.
Stay curious. Okay.
Oh, and
is Elliot ready? Okay, Finally, it's the show everyone was asking for. I asked Jamie to leave because of the peak failure, and I'm excited to run this by myself. Leave your hot tips in the comments there, and we'll get to them all soon. Jamie had to go to the bathroom, guys. I don't know which number, and it's honestly none of my business. But this is a great time for us to think about our moms. And Diane, Vicky, if you're still watching, oh gosh, we love you. I'm also going to let you know some bad news. Billy Wayne Davis is unable to join the cast. There was an internet issue, but for him, this is an opportunity to grow. And for me, this is an opportunity to have my own show. I mean, can you guys believe this? Let me show you my cup. Oh gosh. Where do you get a cup like that? Well, I got this cup. I know you've heard me talk about a lot of cups, but I got this cup from the Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo, and it's one of my very favorite cups. It's got a nice heft to it. It's slightly iridescent. Today I'm drinking water, but you could also put most different liquids or also small bits of things such as like a candy, shrivels. You could put a cup and a half of shrivels in, pour some milk on top, and gulp some of that. Oh man. Why did you even come back?
I like your like Jamie could be doing number 1 and number 2. Let's talk about mothers. Let's think about our mothers while we think about Jamie.
Listen, I've been thrown curveballs.
You didn't talk about cups, though, did you?
Oh, I didn't do our cup talk thing.
Don't do cup talk without me. Okay.
That's special. That's for us.
As long as I feel safe that we can do that, just us next time. Okay.
Absolutely.
Just because we're missing Billy Wayne, we did make a graphic for a game that, if you're hating the games, you'll be glad to know that we're cutting a game, but we're not going to cut the 10-second intro. Can we cut to a game we would have played with Billy Wayne Davis?
Called.
We'll have to save that for next time, but Murderer or Doula is a really fun game.
Serial killer or doula.
Right, serial killer. So not a murderer. Murderers, you murder one person, now you're a murderer.
Yeah, I know, a dime a dozen murderers. Whoops, I'm a murderer. Serial killers, that's something different. Same with doulas. Anyone can have a baby, but how many people can be the consistent, delivery service to the portal that connects the veil between the universes? Which is what most doulas call themselves, I think. So next time, Cheryl says in the comments, she's kind of hating the games.
Oh.
I can't look in the comments, but I have to say, Cheryl, coming from you, it hurts. It really hurts.
I mean, that's a very bold word, the hate. I guess maybe if you don't like pixels, we'd love to some specifics, Cheryl. For all of you that might be, we're getting a stern reminder not to look at the comments from Mike. Look, if you love the games, tell us why you love them. If you hate the games, tell us why you hate them. That will impact future episodes. We do have another game that's coming right up. Let's put our hands together for our next guest and our final guest. If you've been to Dynasty Typewriter, maybe it's been to one of his shows. It's one of our favorite regular shows at the theater since we opened. It's called Haunting Renditions, and it is a celebration of pop music and the artistry of it's the
Cheryl, I'm not getting into it with you, Cheryl. I see you still going on in the comments, and I can't look away.
And thank you, Diane, for welcoming back. Sorry, Elliot, for the
Great. Okay, we love him.
Intro.
Now we're gonna get into the zone. I'm ready. Haunting Renditions is one of our favorite shows. He brings in a full orchestra, and it's bad music made good. He's funny, he's handsome, he's kind, and honey, he can sing. Can you please give a warm welcome to Eliot Glazer? Hi, Eliot. Oh, you got to mute your YouTube.
Yes, muting it.
Oh, you're so good.
Okay.
Welcome to Go Day, Eliot. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Hey, we're hanging in there.
Oh my God, yeah. It's Sunday.
That doesn't mean a thing anymore, does it?
It really does. It means nothing.
What's your biggest takeaway from quarantine, personally?
Well, I mean, it's nice to see that people are following the rules, but then it's also like unnerving for me when I see people who don't wear masks. It makes me crazy.
Yeah.
Where are you right now?
I'm at home in LA, but I do a lot of, I've been doing a lot of like empty hikes and walks, trying to go to the very, my boyfriend and I will drive like hours east or west or wherever to go to like hikes that are empty, or really very lightly like attended. But it's for me, the whole thing has been like the distinct choice by people to like wear a mask or not wear it is like, says everything.
Wear the mask. Yeah.
It's very simple. It's a very simple thing. It's like wear the mask and show respect for everybody else's health as well as yours. It's very simple.
It is.
I know,
It's
because
very
there's so much anxiety right now around everything. And yeah, you stay in and you can feel so safe, and then you go out. The vibrations begin.
Yes, immediately. But I just, yeah. I mean, it's strange. I mean, it's also kind of unique for me in that, like, I started a relationship pretty much at the beginning of the whole.
And you're still together and you're hiking. That seems like it bodes well.
Yeah, I mean, we're like, wow, it's the kind of time like slowed down, but for us, it like sped us up by a while because we've just been pretty inseparable because of romance, but also because of the circumstances of the
You're
world.
a couple of teens. Get it, like quarantines? Yeah.
That's right, exactly.
Well, congratulations.
Oh,
There's
thank
no
you.
way to fast track emotional growth like being trapped.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. I'm doing a lot of reading. I'm just buckling down and like doing stuff. I don't know.
Any book recommendations? If you're reading books.
Yeah,
you could be reading.
I'm just on the bookshelf right now. I started reading called Journey to the End of Taste by Carl Wilson. It's very much on par with Haunting Renditions because it's a whole book that starts. It's called Let's Talk About Love, A Journey to the End of Taste, and it's basically a whole book of essays. The first part of which is all about like his like critical take on Celine Dion. He's like a culture critic, and it's all about like Celine Dion being like the end of taste, like the lowest possible place you could go in terms of like low, high and low culture. And then from there, it sort of deliberates the value of like when something is good or bad. It's honestly like it fits perfectly with Haunting Renditions. It's like research.
Yeah, where do you stand on that? Are you a believer in guilty pleasure, or is no pleasure guilty?
I mean, guilty pleasure is great. I don't know. I don't think that I think you can certainly decide when something is like lowbrow or you have a reason to feel guilty for watching it. But like at the end of the day, who cares? I mean, in this book, because this book is from 2014, and as fun as it is to read, it's like, wow, this is literally the most privileged, unimportant, like nonsense. This guy digging his heels in about basically like calling Celine Dion like a shithead. And I'm like, well, like let her be, but it's just everything is so wild to look at and think about in quarantine. Even like I was listening to an old episode of Howard Stern, and they were from like 2019, and they were talking about British Airways flights shutting down for 2 days because of a pilot strike. And it's like, wow, that's like such like small potatoes when you think.
I had no idea.
In comparison to now.
By the way, British Airways does serve very small fingerling potatoes.
Oh.
And they're undercooked much of the time. Woo!
Well, it's British food, isn't it?
It is.
For their cuisine, are they?
They are not. Before we get into a game that we prepared for you, do you have any other sort of message for creative people on how you're staying or not staying productive and creative in this time, or even in general?
I mean, honestly, I think like routine is helpful. I need routine, and so I really try to just block out time and prioritize and stuff. So again, I mean, it's like keeping routine, but it's also sort of like feels like teetering on the edge of a nervous breakdown if I don't have that. So that feels pretty crucial to me.
Can we also, I think we have a clip from Haunting Renditions, but I would love, I'm sure you've said it a million times, but to share with our audience the sort of inception of this show.
Yeah, basically my friend Seth, who's a producer on Jimmy Fallon, we grew up together and always collaborated on stuff like literally from middle school on. And then as adults, once I started getting into comedy more seriously, we started making a lot of videos, and we had a video go viral during, it was called Shit New Yorkers Say, during that whole blank say, era. And anyway, so from that, we got a lot of work. And then we were like, let's do our own vanity project, which I'd just been tinkering with for a while. That was basically like taking lowbrow music and giving it highbrow treatment. And my friend Mike, who was the musical director of my a cappella group in college, helped arrange all these songs that we built a library of, and arranged it for like a full band. And so basically the concert has, the show and the web series and then the live show has morphed into this bizarre animal that's like, you know, a concert, but also like stand up, you know, and then guests and multimedia. And honestly, at this point, it could really only exist at Dynasty.
Oh,
That is, it wears a badge of honor.
Oh,
yeah. We love it so much. And there's nothing quite like coming in when you guys are rehearsing and just hearing like a cello. What a cello does to me is bonkers.
That's the best response. My favorite response from an audience is like delightful confusion. I love when they're confused.
Yes.
We built our career on that. Yeah.
Great. It's the best.
Kindred spirits, truly. But yeah, it's hard to describe. But yeah, the sound of an orchestra, even a small one, warming up and rehearsing, like we love nothing more than being in the theater and being in the office and that energy.
Well, thanks. Try to keep I think what we try to do, honestly, is like treat the music as preciously as the comedy, rather than like letting the music be okay and the jokes be better, or letting the jokes be okay and the music be better. It's like, why not treat everything with earnestness, even though it's comedy? Like, why not just like take it as seriously as possible and give the audience the most sophisticated musical take you can on like silly material.
And that's
Can we show the video, Sammy?
Yeah.
She's
Sorry.
got the money.
That was a dribble joke.
I don't like cigarettes, and I like to smoke. Things in common, there just ain't no one. But when we get together, we have nothing but fun. I take 2 steps forward, and I take 2 steps back. We come together, 'cause opposites attract, and you know, it ain't fiction, just a natural fact. We come together, 'cause opposites attract.
And we're back. So we just watched a little trailer for the show, and hopefully the theater will be back open soon and we'll be able to do it again. In the meantime, I know we're trying to figure out a way to do it through a Dynasty live stream. And so stay tuned. Of course, we'll announce to all of our Go Day viewers when that happens.
It's fun. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a demanding show to do, but like, I think it's an easy show to watch, to experience. You know?
Oh yeah, and you get to see, I mean, 2 people that come to mind, I love the Cecily clip that we showed, but 2 people that like give you chills when we were watching them. Jackie Tone kills it. Her voice is bonkers. And Trixie Mattel, who is as like magnetic a performer as you can be, and such a professional. And the way that this show lets people kind of show off different facets of themselves in earnest is heavenly.
People like, even like Fortune Feimster did the show and was like, I'm not really a singer. And I'm like, that's okay. Like, we can figure out a bit. That's what we would do with every guest. And turns out she sang really well.
Yes.
And Marino did the show, and Ken was like, I'm an okay singer and I'd like to sing. And I was like, great, you know. It turns out he has a beautiful voice, like a gorgeous voice. The audience was like, they couldn't, you know, they were stunned.
He did Billy Joel, right?
He did, he did Billy Joel, because we were talking about the Long Island connection and you know, the ways in which we see that bizarre island on which we both grew up. How we see it very differently.
Well, we have a game to play with you that you might love and you might hate, and that's the way that these games are going.
I'm cool with that.
And
this one, you go, Jamie.
We'll play the little intro, but the concept is name that Zune. And so the idea is, do you remember the Zune audio players?
Yeah, I honestly love. I still to this day make jokes about the Zune.
Oh, beautiful.
We were hoping
Zune is
that
so
an
funny.
aspect of the game was that we would actually have you name models of Zune, but we didn't get that far in our research. There might have only been one model.
There's one model, yeah.
But we're going to play the concept of name that tune by playing you a few bars of a song, but through the audio vibe of a Zune.
Okay.
So a low level MP3 or AC3. Also, so that we don't get kicked off of YouTube, we're
making it interesting.
Layer on top of the music that you need to guess will be the sound of various dinosaurs.
Okay.
Okay, so you get a few seconds, and then Jamie, do you want to cue up the dinos, and I'll cue up the song?
I got them ready to go.
Okay, and action.
Sammy.
Oh, so, and we're back. That was the hot new intro graphic for the segment. So
wait, I'm ready now. Here.
On the count of 3.
Oh yeah. I believe in miracles.
No.
No?
I love when people get things wrong. Is something I'm finding out about me. This was Mandy Moore, So Real.
Oh.
We're disappointed that you didn't get a Mandy Moore.
Heard I believe in miracles.
All right, tell me when you're ready to me.
Okay, so that was it. That was more. Next song, are you guys ready? Blast the dinos, Jamie.
New boyfriend that made me jealous. I was hoping that I'd never see you with him, but it's all good because I'm glad that I met him. 'Cause now I know the competition's very slim.
Sync.
Yes, in sync.
Jealous?
No, It Makes Me Ill.
Oh, It Makes Me Ill, right. Oh my God.
It makes him ill because she used to be his girl.
Oh yeah, it's got that dark child like early 2000s bubble staccato that I love.
I love that you can talk about that. Ready, Jamie? Hit the
I decided
dinos.
to keep the dinos going for
Oh, okay.
Any more room? For me?
This is hard.
Is that Drew Hill? No, it's Genuine.
It is Genuine. Good job.
Style of either a Genuine Drew Hill. Yeah.
Oh, here's extra points if you can name the dinosaur.
Stegosaurus.
Too basic. It was a Baryonyx.
Oh.
Baryonyx.
That was Genuine in those jeans.
Those jeans, yes.
Okay. How about this? That was Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Carnival, and that was some prog mixed with the sound of the Carachnoctosaurus.
Wait, that was Emerson and Palmer?
Emerson, Lake and Palmer, which was a 1970s prog supergroup. I mean, if, before then, could you have imagined putting Emerson and Lake and Palmer in the same group? You would have been like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Do you have a few more in you, Elliot?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, Huey Lewis on the News.
Yes.
Hip to be a Square.
Yes. Good job. I'm really proud of you.
That was the C.T. Patti. Let's listen to that again. Like, I don't know how they decided that this is what this dinosaur would make, but it's nuts. All right, continue.
That's a donkey and a pig and a whole lot of pain. Okay, how about this? Harry Belafonte.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Jump in the line. Shake, 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 Sonora.
Yeah.
Okay. We just have 2 left.
Great.
This thing right here.
Oh,
Yes.
Song.
Very good. I'm impressed.
We wanted to make that a haunting rendition for a long time, actually.
Please do. Jamie, are you okay over there?
This is not the dinosaur video anymore.
I'm a scat man.
Surprisingly, it is the Scatman by Scatman John. I don't think he had a
David Lee Roth sample or something.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
You did great. I think
Thank you.
And I think
are
we
wonderful.
won Cheryl back.
You what?
I think we won Cheryl back in the comments.
Oh, really? Good. I didn't keep an eye on it because
I
I
don't
can't
think we
handle.
actually did. I don't think if they didn't like the games up to this point. I don't know if that was the one that got them. But
Well, we'll find out later. Can't please everyone.
That's not an indictment of any other aspect of this game. I've had the most fun. I want dinosaur sounds in every segment we do moving forward.
I like that.
Eliot, if you had one hunk of wisdom that you could share with artists and creators out there, what would that be?
Like in context with coronavirus?
No.
It can really be anything. What would you say to inspire someone? It could be about a creative block or your process or anything at all.
Honestly, I mean, I wish it were more complex than this, but it's just about like finding whatever makes you feel the most vulnerable and leaning into it. It turns out to be a pretty like simple formula for actually affecting people, doing the thing that is genuinely like scary.
Absolutely.
What was your first time kind of discovering that for yourself?
Well, I mean, honestly, for years it was like I think like a lot of people, I was trying to do everything in comedy to figure out what worked best, and like improv terrified me. Stand-up, I never felt fully there, you know, and I did like storytelling, and storytelling was cool, but it's like it's just not my jam. And then ultimately it was like I have to lean into the thing that is the scariest, which is like actual performance using like a skill set, but combining it with my taste. And so that became it's scary because it's not an easily describable thing that I'm doing, you know, but
yeah,
hopefully when people see it, it translates.
Yeah. And it's so you. And I guess that's the whole thing, being yourself.
Yeah, that's genuinely made it feel like a shield of armor on stage. That it's like I can, as scary as it is and was, I can relax because I'm in my element rather than like trying to like fit into the rubric of whatever, if it's stand-up or improv or storytelling. I don't have to do like, you know, I'm not trying to abide by somebody else's rules.
Your vulnerability becomes your armor.
That's right. You said
Very sneaky.
Wow. Yep, as it turns out. Yeah.
Would you like to invest in our product?
It's called Shrivels.
Yes, I like shriveled food.
Oh,
right,
great.
They all look delicious.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to connect you with our business manager immediately.
We can take all your credit card and bank info.
Yeah.
You'll be transferred to them right after this.
Yeah.
Well,
Eliot, where should people look? Oh, you go, Jamie.
Oh, before you leave, would you consent to a screen grab?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to count on the count of 3. Just make your pose.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
It's really good.
I love.
I tried something dramatic.
Oh, that's dramatic. I love when women in particular do this. Take a picture like this. It's my favorite thing.
What do you guys think about every comedy poster?
Or yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, the cover of an album or cover of like every stand-up comedian book from the 90s was.
Yeah.
You know,
Aura.
So exasperated by the world.
that very, very polarizer. Very, yeah, exactly.
I gotta take my tie off. Ugh. Yeah. Elliot, where should people look for you?
Just you can look. My name's just my handle on everything is Eliot Glazer. Yeah, I'm in LA and New York and festivals and stuff when the world returns to some semblance of normalcy.
And nobody should. Yeah, no one should approach you without a mask on.
Right, especially if you. I like to do this like the secret stairs in LA. All these secret stairs hidden around the city, and I like to do those. So if you see me coming up or going down, just wait till I get there, and I'll wait for you, so we don't have to pass, in each other's, mouth foam or whatever.
Ugh.
If you got rabies, definitely stay off of
the secret stairs.
Yeah. Well, speaking of rabies, we wish you the best.
Thank you.
And,
you guys too.
thank you for joining us. And stay tuned. Hopefully, we'll do a Haunting Renditions live stream soon.
Yes.
And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Happy Mother's Day.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Elliot. No Mama Sam?
Oh. She's in the waiting room.
Oh, great.
And we're back. And this has been so fun. I feel very loose.
I know you just sang. That means your throat's open. I love it.
I know the chakra can do no wrong. As long as the chakra's open. Speaking of chakras, we're going to bring on she's our guest on almost every show. One of our favorite humans and one of the wisest, truly, people that I've ever met.
And she's the only person you've ever lived inside.
The only person I've ever lived inside of, yeah.
For any, prolonged amount of time. Okay, let's walk.
I've taken naps a couple of times and some lucky folks, but okay. Give it up for my mom, Mama Dynasty, Mama Flam, the wonderful Vicky Flam. The only person I've ever lived inside of, yeah.
For any,
Look, it worked. Mom?
Good job. You look gorgeous. I don't think she can hear anything.
Mom.
I'm here.
Oh.
There you are.
But I can't see you.
We can see you. You look great.
I'm having a beautiful day.
Oh,
You have
Happy
been
Mother's
so
Day.
flattering. Happy Mommy's Day to everybody. Sal keeps winning every day, everything.
What?
Sal Macaluso sweeping this contest.
Hey, Dad.
How come you can't see me?
I can't hear you.
Oh, no.
Can I turn the sound on my computer?
I don't think the sound is an issue, so don't mess with the sound. It's only a matter of seeing us. But if you can't see us, that's okay. Just
No,
try.
I can hear you now.
Oh, great. It's good to have you.
Oh,
5
great.
weeks in, we're a
When
well-oiled
did
machine.
Uh-oh. What is that?
All you have to do, if you can see us and hear us, is just hands off. Hands off. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just funny. I can't look at Daddy and me because it's like off track.
Well, if you're looking on YouTube, yeah, it's going to be confusing. Just take the YouTube off the screen.
You don't want YouTube.
Just look at the Zoom.
What do you mean look at Zoom?
Oh, and our time's almost up.
If you have YouTube open, just eliminate that because you're clearly distracted. You're not giving us the attention. You're just watching.
Can you see me?
Yeah, you look great.
Okay, then I'm just going to look at YouTube.
Perfect, but also not on YouTube if you can avoid it because of the delay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm
You have a
gonna read. I'm gonna read this fast.
Okay, what are you gonna read, Mom?
I wrote my Hallmark poem.
Okay.
Today we stand as one apart. It's Mother's Day. I hate Hallmark. Love to all, just stay calm. Grandma brags she's the matriarch. Just one day every year, created to torture with guilt and fear. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Hot take.
Flatter her with your affection, Skype and FaceTime your new connection. Pray don't risk dear mom's rejection. Mother smother like no other. Story readers, bedtime tuckers. I hate Hallmark, they're motherfuckers. No more trips except for guilt. Estate our dearest moms have built. Please let us open, Florist cried. By CDC guide, bide. We'll take their money, sell curbside. Buy our creations, cheap carnations. Got your check from Uncle Sam. Splurge on roses, ka-ching, shazam. Just keep your distance apart 6 feet. It's free delivery thrown across the street. Oops, we missed. Petals all around. So sorry they hit the ground. What, you want your money back? No refunds. And don't talk smack. Want to argue, patience lack? Don't come closer, because now we pack. Go home to isolation, new destination, a home staycation. Hallmark fucked, a day that sucked. Mother's Day florist, a scam. Guilt trip induced, Hallmark induced. I'll take the COVID-19 test, see I'm fine and I'll feel blessed. But screw the mask, too big an ask. I won't give up my drinking flask.
Whoa.
My mom, 26 years sober.
It ends today, apparently.
You needed the day. So, Mom, thank you for that beautiful poem.
You're welcome.
So your take, though, has been, I mean, my mom's like, do not give gifts, do not give anything on Mother's Day. It's a Hallmark holiday. Of course, we say,
you give her the baklava given to you by Liz, like a true gentleman.
He did.
I also gave her a new notebook to write her poetry.
Wait, but the best thing of all, he gave me Mother's iced animal cookies.
Oh, yes.
Taken straight from the
I was wondering.
Dynasty Supply Closet.
Oh. I want to tell Sal.
Wait, can we get a screen grab of this? Because I love this.
I don't know what you're grabbing.
Hey, Dad, get in here.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
I don't know what you're getting.
Neither do we. So what else? Did you have a bad Mother's Day experience?
Can you see Daddy? I had a great Mother's Day experience. It was the best day of the entire year.
Oh, I think Jamie means in your life. Was there something that turned you against Mother's Day?
I think her mom.
Oh God. Without a doubt. Oh my God. I was given I have gift giving PTSD. What did I say?
We do have a PSD, which is a Photoshop file of.
No, I do. I have post-traumatic gift syndrome.
What was the most horrible reception to a gift you ever gave?
Oh, fuck. Oh my God. Oh, Jamie, do you remember when you were at UCSB and we went to the park and for Mother's Day, and your cousin Marty was playing in the klezmer band?
I do remember it was klezmer fest in like Ventura klezmer fest on Mother's Day.
Yes, and it was a beautiful day, and my Mother's Day gift to your grandmother, I cooked all of her favorite foods. I baked my own bread, and I make bruschetta, and she loves chicken wings, and I made chicken wings, and she loves chocolate cookies, and I baked homemade chocolate cookies. And it was just a gift of labor, of love. And she told me the next day it was the worst Mother's Day gift she ever got in her entire life, because unless it's wrapped and it has a bow on it, it's not a present.
You know what's interesting is my wrapped UCSB grandma mug got all the raves that year.
But you know what she gave me the same day for Mother's Day?
Huh.
You know what a white elephant closet is? It's where you put gifts that you don't like that you regift them.
Regift, yeah.
She gave me a white sun visor.
Well, at least you're over it.
Do you still have the sun visor?
No, you know what? Sometimes people give us the gift of how not to be. That is the greatest gift of all.
Well, Julie's been rocking that sun visor for a few years now. The implication that you regifted it to her.
Yeah.
I don't regift. I don't.
Whoa.
I don't regift. Everything I give is original. Well, of course it could be original and regifted.
Well, the poem you wrote today, that will be sent to us.
My advice to everybody is, unless you have the most fucked up 364 other days during the year, Hallmark sucks. It's a capitalistic scam.
Absolutely, 100%.
Happy Mother's Day.
That said, we're genuinely like a celebration of mothers, including my grandma and your mom, who
emotional abuse aside, has created a beautiful family.
And
oh wait, I have to tell you the funniest. Okay, this is a sit down because you'll fall on the floor laughing.
That's a pretty big buildup, Vicky.
I'm not going to mention any names, but it's the true definition of a narcissist. Ready?
I'm so scared.
My ears are burning.
Somebody I know said that if she dies during the COVID virus, she wants to be put on ice because she wants to wait until she can have a regular funeral where lots of people show up.
I'm going to say I'm on her side.
Well, here's
people need closure.
So do I send her to New York and put her in one of the refrigerated trucks?
Is she dead?
No.
Then no.
But when she dies, do I put her on a New York refrigerated truck where they put the bodies? Or do I buy a freezer?
I think you buy a freezer and you'll have the freezer for a long time after, and it'll always have that cool memory of
the fetal position.
You preserve your friendships, and this is a great time to talk about shrivels, which
well, no, actually I would be preserving a body.
Well, let's change the subject from that whole thing.
Let's go to jellies and jams.
What is that?
Instead of preserves.
Oh.
Hey, Vanessa, do
Yes.
you know that Jamie and Julie did not know until about 3 weeks ago that they didn't know the difference between jam and jelly?
I didn't know that.
Do you know the difference?
A jam is a whole fruit smush, right? And a jelly is like a clear, you don't have the preserves in a jelly. You just have the gelatinish,
you have
the pectin-y thing.
You have the seeds in a jam.
It's
a concise way to do what I just did.
And here I went my entire life thinking they were interchangeable. I'm
idiot.
I mean, for me, like the peak
terrible
has just meandered its way through this whole broadcast. Mom, do you have any
I just want to say that Sal knows about jams and jellies.
Mom, that's great. Sal is Mike, our employee and producer's father. Mom, do you have anything positive to share today? Like
I don't think so.
an uplifting.
That was a no. That was a no.
No, it's not. Yeah, I do.
Not that your presence in general, even when you are bringing the Mother's Day fit show.
It's more of a positive wish.
That's perfect.
That if anybody comes out of this COVID quarantine not a wonderfully changed person, then shame on them. Because the smallest things now, the smallest things should be enough to make us happy.
I agree. Thank you for sharing that. And it's true. And a reminder to all of us that are watching that to appreciate all that we have around us. And and certainly appreciating you, Mom, for your support. And
I love you both. I told your mother that you're my adopted daughter.
I'm grateful for a Cali mama and a Tennessee, Virginia mama. Yeah, thank you. You always show up and you always have the most heart, and we are so grateful for all of the different kinds of support, and you give us the kind of like fight in our corner we need when we need fight, and the hug when we need the hug. And it's so good, Vicki. And I don't believe you hate Mother's Day. That's my hot take.
You know what? I end by saying that the two of you have made this world a better place.
We learned it from you, truly, and Diane, and all the wonderful people in our life. Well, thank you. Happy Mother's Day, Mom, from the bottom of our hearts, from our entire Dynasty community, all of our staff. We all appreciate you, and the
we've made a $10,000 gift in your name to Hallmark, and
and it's gonna go straight to their figurine and display.
Their corporate board.
But Mom, the way you can fill up a Zoom room to our lobby, the moment you enter, everyone knows Vicki Flam is in the house, and that is such a gift to everyone with your energy. And yeah, we were truly so appreciative, and happy Mother's Day.
I love you.
We love you. Bye.
Mwah. Well, that's so nice. We are about to do our final notions, aren't we, Jamie?
It's time for final notions. Yeah, let's hit it.
Final notions.
So just a few last things. We'll start with our weekly gratitude, starting with everyone that has joined us today for another Go Day live stream. Your energy and feedback is appreciated, but truly, obviously, we wouldn't be able to do this without you watching. So it means the world to us that you continue to show up and tell people about it.
And thank you to our amazing team who once again has used this quarantine as an opportunity for growth. We are so grateful to all of our beauties. We got a Sammy, we got a Mike, we got a Dan, we got a Mary, we got a Sean. And we have so much gratitude for our amazing, amazing team and our moms. We always love our moms, but we're thinking about them even more today. Oh, and a reminder, we talked about it in the beginning, but there is still time to sign up for Brent Forrester's Comedy Knowledge School. And it's an amazing course. Brent is highly decorated, Emmy-winning comedy writer, showrunner, and he's wonderful, and he's a great teacher. The first class was yesterday, but the recording is still available. The Facebook group is active. You have not missed anything if you sign up now. Someone in the comments gets a scholarship today, but go to our website and look for Comedy Knowledge School. We'd love to have you in that. It's a really great thing to do right now while we all have time, and everybody, I'm sure you got more ideas than you even know, so might as well.
Yeah, and it's immersive and interactive. So chances are your questions will get answered. There's weekly assignments, and the goal is that after 6 weeks, you will have something tangible to show for all your work. So that alone, and it's $75 for 6-week class with a still very relevant and highly active showrunner writer. That's literally his new show on Netflix that he was the head writer for, Space Force, comes out this week. So
yeah, John Malkovich and Steve Carell. I mean, it's crazy. And there's not even 1 hour classes that are this affordable, but we wanted to make sure that everybody could take this and grow from it. And if you need a scholarship, you can email us at contact@dynastytypewriter.com, because we want to make sure everybody gets to keep pursuing the things that excite them and pursuing things that keep them curious and active.
And just a quick thing, like, we've started the Enchantiversity, which is Dynasty's school of learning, and we really are excited about expanding that. And so stay tuned, because we can't wait to have more offerings and opportunities for people to learn and enrich their lives in new and interesting ways. So stay tuned for that. And then finally, I guess we'll just do a quick shout out for this. It came out a couple weeks ago, but we're still just as excited about it. Our first Dynasty magazine is called Interests and Enchantments, and it is a magazine that with contributions from some of our favorite performers, writers, artists, and it's a great way to support the theater. That you can get a downloadable PDF. There's also a print version coming out this week that you can have sent to you. That's limited edition.
Whoa, that's what makes things worth millions. But yeah, the PDF is easy to look at. Beautiful design by wonderful Dan Fazio. Great pictures and great words from really some of our very favorite people. We're so happy with how it turned out. So check that out. And last call for investors in Shrivels. Last I checked the Shrivels-o-meter, we're at 13 million, but we still have room for $1 million more if anybody wants to get in before this thing, blows up in a good way.
Mm-hmm. So Vanessa, how are you feeling?
I feel interesting. I can't wait to decompress, but I think that we should, speaking of decompressing, Shrivels, I think as we end, if Sammy can play all the Shrivels videos as we end, that would be a nice way to go out. But remember guys, code Hollywood Mommy for 10% off the Souvenir Emporium for the next 2 hours. It's still going on. So do that, Hollywood Mommy, which seemed funny when we wrote it down, but now it feels gross and horrible to say. And I hope you feel gross and horrible and excited to type it in.
And then in our souvenir shop at dynastytypewriter.com.
That's right.
It's right there, easy to find. Well, this has been fun and interesting, and we tried some new stuff, and we'll
absolutely shriveling.
Do we have anyone booked for next week?
We do. We have Justin Willman. We have, wait, there are more people, but I know Justin's next week. We have a great lineup. And I think that we are also going to have Deb DiGiovanni next week. And yeah, keep your eyes for the lineup. We have a few weeks coming up of really exciting people that have such fun careers. And hot tip, anybody that's on Go Day is a nice person. Like, we love all these people. So enjoy them and join us. We can't wait to see you soon.
So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Let's kick it to Shrivels.
Kick it to Shrivs.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted. Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted. Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted. Accelerate my aging. Thank you.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
Let's go ahead and accelerate my aging.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
Oh my God, what's happening to me?